The 60s weren't only Motown and Stax. They were basements, block parties, and voices that could part a room. Stay to the end. Our number one reminds you how family harmony can change a decade and echo into the next. Welcome to R&B Vinyl, your home for hidden gems, deep grooves, and clean storytelling. If a great countdown makes your day, tap subscribe and drop your favorite pick, plus the memory it brings back. Number 12, Get On Up, The Esquires, 1967. Milwaukee energy you can feel from the first hand clap. Signed to Bunky Records, the Esquires brought party-ready pulse and neighbor-tight harmonies. You hear basements, church steps, and park bench rehearsals in every line. The lead cuts clean. The group answers like cousins who already know your next sentence. This record isn't polite, it's alive. The beat presses forward like a parade turning the corner. The hook snaps into place and never lets go. You can picture summer string lights, fresh haircuts, and a borrowed PA that somehow fills the block. It cracked the top 20, but the follow-ups didn't get the same push. Doesn't matter, the record still works the room. Listen for the call and response on the hook. That's the chant you shout with your people. From Block Party Spark to Detroit Heartbreak Silk, let's slide. Number 11, If This Is Love, I'd Rather Be Lonely, The Precisions, 1967.
You tell me you want me, but I've been sitting here all by myself.
Detroit finesse on Drew Records. This one wears velvet and a bruise. The lead floats on top like a note you tried to hold in front of someone you shouldn't have called. Behind it, harmonies line up like crystal, sharp, reflective, and careful. The groove is slow enough for truth and quick enough to keep your feet from sinking. It's that walk to the door, turn back once, then go kind of tempo. The chorus stretches like a sigh you didn't want to hear yourself make. American radio missed the moment. The UK didn't. Northern soul dancers made this a late-night crown. Listen for the lift into the title phrase, pain, pride, and poise in one breath. Now, before the Temptations and the Spinners ruled, there was a crew wiring the blueprint. Number 10, You're So Fine, The Falcons, 1959. Late 50s Detroit grit from one of the first integrated R&B groups. This is the sound of a door opening. You hear raw shouts, stacked harmony, and street corner unity warming into the soul to come. The band isn't chasing perfection. They are chasing a feeling and they catch it. The lead pushes against the harmony bed like a runner finding an extra step. The rhythm is lean, no fluff. The pocket sits high, almost impatient, as if the song wants to be on stage already. The Falcons launched giants. Wilson Pickett and Eddie Floyd passed through these ranks. And when they hit I Found a Love in 1962, the fuse was lit. Listen for the way the hook snaps tight, like a hand clap right next to your ear. From Motor City roots to West Coast color, watch the style shift without losing the soul. Finding this helpful? Tap subscribe and tell us your pick so far. Your comments guide the next deep dive. Number 9, My Girl Sloopy, The Vibrations, 1964.
Thank you.
Los Angeles chameleons with Checker Records shine a different light on the era. Doo-wop bones, R&B stride, and a wink in the melody. The lead dances, the group frames it, and the whole thing moves like a sunny block on a Friday.
You can clap if you want.
There's attitude without attitude. It's playful, but the blend is serious. The rhythm section keeps it buoyant, so even the edges feel round. Later, the tune would be reworked as Hang On Sloopy, a rock staple, but the soul roots sit right here. Listen for the sly glide into the hook, like the song tips its hat, then floors it. Ready for silk from Memphis that whispers straight to the heart. Number 8, Don't Have to Shop Around, The Mad Lads, 1965.
That my heart has been longing for.
Memphis sweetness on Stax's Volt imprint. Where the label often shouted mountains, the Mad Lads whispered to the soul. Almost doo-wop in its grace, but grounded by that Stax bed of guitar, organ, and unhurried drums. The lead keeps the temperature warm. The backgrounds slide in like late-night advice from friends who know your history. The sway is soft, the promise is steady, and the hook lands like a quiet yes. Listen for the way the refrains settle. Like warm light across a small dance floor. Not every classic needs a fire alarm. Some are a candle that never goes out. Keep it elegant. Next is a female group that turned longing into cinema.
And I know.
Number 7, It's Going to Take a Miracle, The Royal, 1965. Baltimore pride on MGM. Lush strings meet street corner sincerity. The arrangement opens like theater curtains, and the voice steps into a room that suddenly feels bigger. What makes it special is the balance. Young emotion meeting adult stakes. The words ache, but the delivery stands tall. The chorus blooms without rushing, letting the strings carry the hope forward.
So easy letting you go.
This blueprint would echo in the 70s with Denise Williams, but the foundation is here. Listen for the string rise under the hook. That's the moment the ceiling lifts. From orchestral sway to Philly corners where harmony felt like family.
You took your life and left me quite by.
Number 6, We'll Be United, The Intruders, 1966. Philadelphia before Philadelphia became a movement. Gamble and Huff are guiding, shaping, listening for truth in simple phrases. The Intruders carry it like a promise made under a streetlight. The beat steps at a walking pace. The harmonies are a circle more than a stack. Everyone close, everyone heard. It bridges doo-wop tradition and future Philly Polish without losing the handshake in the middle. Listen for the unison lift into the title. Calm, steady, sure. These are early steps before the 70s bloom with Philadelphia International. Chicago is calling, gritty, joyous, and rare as a white label in a dusty crate. If you're vibing with this journey, hit like and subscribe. Drop your favorite record so far. We read them all. Number 5, I Can Do It, The Autographs, 1967.
No matter how you treat me, baby, I'll be true.
Chicago street soul urgency on VJ that later lit the northern soul scene. This one charges out like a sprint through a summer alley. The lead testifies, the group answers. The groove says don't sit down. There's gospel heat in the top line, short phrases that punch, then breathe, then punch again. The band keeps a tight pocket, hands and feet moving together. It's the sound of a room that can't hold its own echo. They never got a full album. The 45 became a prize. Collectors still light up when that label peeks out of a sleeve. Listen for the call and response sparks just before the hook. That's the moment the floor lifts. From Chicago Fire to East St. Louis Devotion, bring a handkerchief. Number 4, Begging is Hard to Do, The Montclairs, 1969. East St. Louis Devotion led by Phil Perry's falsetto. The arrangement leaves space, which means the voice can climb, tremble, and tell the truth. You hear plea and resolve fighting for the same breath. Nothing is wasted. Guitar flickers, drums settle. A small organ line leans into the changes. When the title hits, the falsetto flares like a match head in the dark. Charts were modest, feelings were not. Years later, Perry's solo work shines a light backward on these cuts. Listen for the break before the last chorus. The hush makes the return feel like a decision. Next up, Dallas grit that turned after-hours radio into confession time. Number 3, I'm Just an Average Guy, The Masqueraders, 1968.
Just an average guy, and I don't know how to tell you.
Dallas-born strivers who cut sides for labels like La Beat and Bell and poured midnight into every take. The harmonies arrive dramatic, the lead arrives honest, and the band gives them room to tell it straight. This is the place where doo-wop roots meet deep soul urgency. Every chord shift feels earned. The title claims average, but the delivery says otherwise. Hungry, tender, unafraid to bend a note until it speaks. Mainstream success slipped by, but deep soul fans held on. DJs still drop this when the room needs a story. Listen for the harmony answer to the word average, a smile, and a sting in the same bar. Now glide to DC, where Polish and slow dance elegance rule the floor. Number 2. There's always something there to remind me. The Diplomats, 1966. Washington, D.C. sweet soul operators. Less grit, more glide. Pressed suits, warm lights, close steps. The tempo is patient so the harmonies can bloom without hurrying the goodbye. The lead moves like a hand on your back, guiding you into the turn, never pushing. Backgrounds melt around it, a soft cushion that keeps the memory from cutting too deep.
Be a part of me. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Regional acclaim followed, with later ties pulling members into Curtis Mayfield's orbit. Listen for the gentle lift into the title, assurance, ache, and grace in one motion. And now, our finale, siblings who sang like one voice and pointed the way forward. Number 1. You Waited Too Long. The Five Stairsteps, 1966.
Hello, love.
Chicago family blend that sounds both young and grown. Guided by Curtis Mayfield, they line their parts like people who have eaten at the same table all their lives. Every entrance feels inevitable. Every exit feels kind. The magic is in the unity. Fresh voices shaped with discipline. You can hear tomorrow arriving in today's harmony. The lines don't show off. They fit. They belong. And that belonging becomes the hook you carry all week.
But in love you don't see, just can't last forever.
They're best remembered for 1970's Oh Child, but these 60s sides carry the spark that would soon light a path for the Jackson 5. Listen for the blend on Too Long, a soft punch that lands deeper with every repeat. That's family turning sound into promise.
You said someday you would return.
From Milwaukee parties to East St. Louis ballads, these records prove soul lived in churches, corners, living rooms, and little labels that pressed magic into wax. Drop your top 3 in the comments and tell us one group we missed, so we can keep digging where the good stuff hides. Thanks for riding with R&B Vinyl. Subscribe to keep the groove alive.